Hi guys, Impalers here. I am. There's a reason why I'm doing this video, and this is not a live video. It's done in replayer. I kind of screwed up. I wanted to record that, and it kind of didn't record. So, but I do have a replayer, and here in this one, I'm gonna try to go over almost every hand, if not every hand, and explain my strategy and logic behind that, and what I'm thinking, or I should say, what I was thinking at that time when I was playing that tournament. But the reason why I'm doing this because I was watching some videos on YouTube, and there were some instructional videos on how to play SnGs. And let me tell you, those guys are, well, I can't really call them any names because that's what they do in their videos, but nicely put, they do not know how to play sit and goes. They have no strategy, they have no logic behind that. um, so I wanted to record that, and maybe I will put it on YouTube. Most likely I will put it on YouTube. Maybe it will give you guys some ideas how to play sit and goes, and make it in the money every time, and also, if not make it to the first place, I can pretty much guarantee that you will make it in the money every time if you'll just follow the strategy. Of course, you might have some suckouts. They do happen, but for, I'd say, 95% of the time, you will make it in the money, if not make it to the first place. So the idea behind playing sit and goes, there's early levels and there's strategy, a lot different than multi-table tournaments. The blinds go up rapidly, and there's times where you have to make the moves. There's times where you have to limp in. You usually want to play pretty easy in the early rounds. You don't want to commit a lot of chips in a pot early. You want to start making moves when the blinds have some kind of value, which is when blinds are 50 and 100, or 100 and 150, so on and so forth. Even if you're short stacked, keep in mind, even if you get down to 1,800, there's no reason to freak out. You can always make it back when the blinds go up. In the meantime, the blinds are little. They don't really have a lot of value. If you lose 30 bucks here and there, or 60 bucks, it's okay. But the idea is to conserve it and actually start playing after the blinds do go up. So let's do go over a few hands. I believe this is a first hand that I played, or that actually recorded, but here you can see the guy's already sitting there with 2,100 and the guy's at 900, but I don't know what happened in a previous hand. So let's see. I got 10 deuce in a small blind. Well, this is obviously going to be fold. I'm not going to play this hand out of position with so many limpers. Of course, we get the callers. 4 queen 7, so on and so forth. We wouldn't have made it regardless. Jack 7 on the button. It's definitely a fold. King 5, we're still folding. You want to keep folding, especially if there's a raise in front of us. We really don't want to risk any chips at all. 3-8, well, that's a fold. Let these guys play out. Okay, here's we got a hand. We got sevens. Here, I think I limped. I really wasn't thinking. Wasn't thinking about raising yes, these guys folded to me, but I have 5 people acting after me. Big blinds can have absolutely nothing, or they can have monsters, or can have big ace or ace jack or queen 10. I mean, things like that. So I didn't really want to risk, especially in a middle position. So let's see how the hand turned out. Um, guy, everybody folded. I limped in. This player, Gramp G, completes, and we get a raise from a DRPAJ12. I apologize for maybe I can't pronounce your name. Whatever. Anyway, so there's a raise, and here I'm thinking I want to flop a set. If I don't flop a set, I'm going to get out. So I did call, and of course small blind called as well. 180 in the pot. Flop completely missed me. King 5, queen. It's a pretty wet board. It's a draw heavy board. Any flush draw, any ace 10 will probably call me. Ace jack will call me if I would bet. Flush draw would call me. Various of hands that can beat me. So like I said, I decided from the very beginning, if I do not spike a 7, I'm getting out. And I'm not talking about like a 5, 6, 7 flop. That's not the flop that I wanted. So I decided to play conservatively, and even if there's a flop 5, 6, 7, I would fire a bullet at it. If I do not hit my boat on a turn, if somebody re-raises me, I have no problem with laying down 7s. But we got to check, and we got to bet 80 into 180 pot. So what does that tell me? This tells me this guy does not really have a king. If he did have a king, there's a flush draw. He probably would bet maybe 180. If he had a queen, he'd probably bet 80 or so. Just to find out where he's at. And here I'm putting him on I'm putting him on some kind of draw. Maybe I don't know, Jack 10 or some kind of straight draw, possibly a flush draw. So I am obviously folding because that flop completely missed him, and Gramp G calls him. Okay, there's 340 in the pot, 10 peels off. Okay, now you got to be worried about hands like an ace jack. If one of these guys have hand like ace jack or jack 9, I'm already screwed. So, but I folded, which was the right fold, and here we go, check, and this guy checks. Okay, that's a fishy check. 3 peels off. There's possible flush, so somebody might be drawn for a flush. So it could have been this guy. So we get the check, 340 in the pot. This guy is betting 140. And Gramps is getting 3.421 to call. And he does call. and yeah, this guy shows ace jack and a jack 10. That's how it went. Alright, jack 9. It's a fold. Yeah, there's possible some hands. Yeah, I would have picked that hand up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But that was a good fold. That's a fold. That's a fold. You notice everybody's still at the table. Nobody got kicked out yet. Knocked out yet. I'm sorry. This guy shoves. This guy calls. Aces. Queen. Okay, this guy calls him with queen 8. This guy calls him with queen 8. He called. Here, I want to replay this hand real quick. Okay, this is how not to play. Okay, king 7, I fold. There's a raise to 90, which is 3 times. And by the way, in our early